The Pixel news just keeps on rolling. Today we have kind of two pieces of news, both concerning the upcoming Pixel 9. First, let me direct your attention towards this tweet from Assemble Debug. If you do not know who this individual is, they say in their bio they're uncovering features in Google Apps so that everyone knows what's coming. Basically, they're taking applications from Google, from Android phones, they're tearing into them and finding little hints and snippets of things that are perhaps indicative of features that are coming down the pipe. And they say new Google Pixels will get some on-device AI capabilities. And what you have here are a couple of screenshots of some text. I believe one of these is actually being taken from Google Messages. The other one is from AI Core. And there are a couple of things I think worth pointing out here. So this one I believe is taken from Google Messages. And I don't think that there's anything crazy interesting going on here. There's lots of little calls to things like info, extraction, magic, rewrite. But I think most of this stuff is stuff that Gemini Nano is going to be able to do. Nothing really groundbreaking, but there are some other things there, like text to image service, right? So text to image potentially happening on device would be a pretty big deal. We've seen this sort of thing on some phones running the newest Snapdragon processor. The ROG phone is able to do this. You can see similar features to this on your Pixel device, like the AI wallpaper maker, but that is happening in the cloud. This appears to be referencing something happening on device. And if we jump over to the next image, which is from AI Core, you'll see some other similar things. Again, summarization, smart reply, proofreading. These are things already happening on device. But again, text to image is showing up there as well. Now, I think it's pretty safe to assume that these sorts of features would, of course, be coming with the Pixel 9 running the Tensor G4, the 9 series, I should say. And we're going to talk a bit more about that 9 series later on. But that is something that the G4 is going to be targeting. I think Google actually talked about this, that they were, as they further developed the Tensor processor, they're going to try to bring more and more of these AI features actually on device. It's going to make them a whole lot quicker, right? So you don't actually have to send stuff into the cloud and then have it re-download in order to do what you're doing. Text to image generation is, I think, a great place to start. Who knows though, maybe in the future things like Magic Editor could actually happen on device as well. If we're able to do text to image on device, Magic Editor, grabbing something in a photo, moving it around, filling in that empty space, perhaps that could be done on device as well with the G4, or perhaps with the G5 as they potentially go fully custom, move to TSMC for fabrication. That remains to be seen. At any rate, it does appear as though Google is continuing that work to bring more and more AI services directly onto the device, make it faster, make it more secure. It's just better all around. And it actually saves them server costs, right? So you don't actually have to have your phone reliant upon a data center. It is its own data center. But while we're talking about the Pixel 9, and we might as well really talk about the Pixel 9, we have this article here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of this website. It is a Russian website. And that is exactly what you think it is. That is an actual real life photo of apparently the Pixel 9 Pro. And I believe that is next to an iPhone 15 Pro Max. This pretty much confirms the renders that we have been seeing. We know what this device is going to look like for a little while now, but now we really know what this device is going to look like. This side profile is very interesting, and I must admit that is a very iPhone-esque aesthetic from this angle. Now, I don't actually agree with the assessment that it looks like an iPhone in general. I think if you go and look at the back of the device, I don't see how these two things look similar at all. But yes, from that side profile, it absolutely does look similar. Kind of makes me laugh when I hear that this is an iPhone clone. It's like, I mean, I guess they both have the same shape, but all phones do. They're both flat on the back. A lot of phones are flat on the back. They both have a logo on the back. Most phones have a logo on the back. So I will say this, though. Pretty much every smartphone today is an iPhone clone, but I'm talking about the original iPhone. At this point, they've differentiated quite a bit. I don't think anyone's going to look at this and go, wow, is that the new iPhone? They're going to be pretty clear that that's not an iPhone. One interesting thing here I want to point out, though, is the use of 16 gigabytes of RAM on this model. That's pretty cool. 128 storage from Samsung. And of course, this device has been remotely locked by Google. So there you go, guys. That's a little bit more Pixel 9 news to think about as we do head towards what should be an official launch sometime this fall. This video should be in a playlist of other Pixel 9 bits of news. So do go check that out if you're behind on some information. We've covered a lot about the Pixel 9 already in the last few months. And I will drop links to these articles in the description down below, I guess article and tweet, so you can go check those out as well. There are more images of the Pixel 9 that I'm just not going to show, because the more images I show, the more at risk I am for getting in trouble. Hopefully, Google remains really cool about this stuff and does not issue copyright strikes like Samsung is prone to doing. If you want to know why YouTubers don't really show leaked Samsung hardware, actual photos, that would be why. Google tends to be pretty cool about this stuff, though, and I am part of Team Pixel, so hopefully they don't get mad. Guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more content just like this, and until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.